So I heard Glenn Beck talking about this, and this is part 2 of something. I just clipped on this, and I thought about the blackouts and the scarier times that's coming up. We got blessing times and we got scary times all going in the mix. This is the end times. This is what this goes on. But I was listening to Glenn Beck because I respect him, and I was listening to what he was saying. Listen to this.
Exponentially.
Okay,
I think I said that on Wednesday's show. We had a prediction show of what the biggest stories and what are the predictions. And when I said that, I'm like, at the end of next year. Let me give you this from the Associated Press today. The amount of ERCOT's large load interconnection requests ballooned to more than 230 gigawatts this year, a massive increase. Now, last year, December 2024, ERCOT needed 63 gigawatts. A year later, this December, the load that is required is 230 gigawatts. That's a lot more than they needed to go back to the future.
Right.
You're going to see the grids are not built for this. More than 70% of the large loads are for the data center. The data centers are just beginning to be built. We don't have the energy. And I'm telling you, this is going to be the Achilles heel of this administration. And believe me, it will only be worse with a Democratic administration. This is going to be the Achilles heel because we can't build these power plants fast enough. And while Donald Trump is fast tracking these nuclear power plants, it's not fast enough because as we build these data centers, what's going to happen is your energy, you're going to start to have rolling brownouts. Also, because of these data centers, you're also going to see the unemployment go up. If you start to have high unemployment, high prices, and rolling brownouts to where you're having a hard time with electricity yourself, but the data centers for the Silicon Valley companies, they're getting your power, I'm telling you, the Bubba effect is just the beginning. This will be an absolute nightmare for all politicians.
I'm so pissed off.
What?
I was on this show. They were like, hey, you want to be on a prediction show? You'll be squaring off against the guy that predicted Osama bin Laden, the financial crisis, and the caliphate. Good luck, buddy. Yeah. And I'm like, I just knew it. I didn't know it was going to happen that quick. But 2 days later.
2 days later.
And it comes,
Texas is in trouble. And as goes Texas, so goes America. So goes America, so goes the world. Texas has got to get serious about, and I know they are to some degree, but the president has got to get rid of all of these restrictions, and Texas has to get all of these, and we have to concentrate on electricity, and not just electricity for the average homes. For these data centers, but for the average homes. The grids are already under strain. They're not, the problem is if they start taking this electricity off of the grid, the old.
So look, check this out. Wow. I know he was talking about the electric grids, but I was like, oh, that's scary. But I said, you know what? That kind of scares me just a little more. When I saw somebody made this video of 3-Eye Atlas.
Okay.
You've heard about 3-Eye Atlas, right? About it's the comet that they said they don't know what it is. They say think it's a comet, but they say it's spinning. They can't really tell. And
wormwood, is that related?
That's kind of
Okay.
But on that level, when I saw this, I said, "Oh my God!"
So how did it go from 3-Eye Atlas to wormwood? It's the same thing, right?
Well, wormwood in the Bible says it's a star falling from the sky to touch down on the ground, and it gets up and moves basically to whatever the interpretation that was they saw it at back then. But they're saying if a comet came down and landed in the water, it contaminated, tear up half the earth and contaminate the water and things like this.
Right.
But look at this video.
I once saw the end of the world.
Wow.
We had no way
that is
to
so
escape.
Scary. What can you do? Zippo. Woo! Oh, that's so scary.
It's our final farewell.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That is insane. Oh my gosh.
The entire world
Would it be that deep?
None were spared.
Do you think that it would be like that?
But God gave you a second chance at rebirth. Speak the truth, yet no one trusts you. You're insane. So use this damn prophecy to buy yourself a ticket to survive. I want to buy a Doomsday bunker. Top level protection.
Look at the strawberries growing. Look at that.
When we step onto this land again, it's now a wasteland. What path do we take next?
Look at the rats. Their eyes are green.
Stop it.
I will stop right there, y'all.
Oh my
No, we still got one
gosh.
more. We got one
Okay,
more.
that reminds me of that. What's that show on Netflix?
When they were down in the bunker.
Yes. And he can't. Yeah.
Y'all check this show out. It's the show in this bunker where all these billionaires and millionaires, they living in this bunker in fear that the world has been destroyed. It's really cool.
They've been tricked.
That's telling the movie.
But the thing is, when you come up, it looks just like that. It looks as if it was desolate.
Desolate.
Yes.
So shout out to Ray Astro. I think he calls it astrophotography.
Okay.
His channel kind of is picking up nicely because he has this big telescope and he's been looking at things what the 3-eye atlas kind of looks like. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I caught this on my camera, and I don't think it's what we think it is. I don't think this is normal. That's what he's saying. Mm-hmm. But listen to this guy. His last video did like a million views on this one, but I was like, I'm going to
Is he talking to any other scientists?
Huh?
Is he talking to any other scientists? Are they coming to
I don't
see
know.
what he's talking about?
Usually when you have some hard enough research and data, the scientists, the people that already have the big $1 billion telescopes probably already aware. It's usually us. By the time something hits us as the people, they knew about this months before it actually touched.
They already in their bunker.
Have taken so far, and how different this Comet 3A Atlas is looking when compared to other comets that we generally look at it. So let me show you how typically a comet looks like. So this is Comet Lemon, and typically comets are like icy snowballs, right? So when they get closer to the sun, they get warmed and they release all these gases, and you can see the water vapor, you can see the gases flying in the back of the comet. So typically those are the comets with the long tails.
Look at it.
So this is Comet Swan, and you can see clearly the tail all the way from top. Maybe you can even see a little bit here too, right? Quite a bit of tail for that comet. This, I pictured it in my backyard a few days ago. This was done October 23rd. So let me play this for you and show you how these comets are. So you can clearly see these comets have a dirty snowball on
October
the top.
23rd.
They release the gas, dust, and you can zoom in and see.
Wow, how long it is. Like,
You
how
can
much
zoom
is
in and
coming
see
from it?
It's huge.
what is coming out of these comets.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at that coming out the back of it.
They are pretty signature style release of gases.
Wow.
You can see all that. It's a beautiful. You can see this one. It's coming out. Do you see that? This is all the gas coming out of that comet. I don't know if you can see it on your cell phones, but I hope it's clear enough that there is a big thing coming out in the back of that comet. So these are comets. The comets are typically going to look like this. So let me show you interstellar comet 3A Atlas.
Wow.
Look at that.
So this is 3I Atlas core picture that I had taken. I cropped it to close by, and
Look at
that's
that.
the comet. I can slow it down for you.
Look at that. Look how it's spinning.
Yeah.
That is not a comet. It doesn't look like one. Probably is, if we just expand the definition of a comet.
It's spinning like this.
Wow.
What is that?
That's not atmosphere. That's literally the jets and the coma that is flying.
That's scary. So where is it? Like, which direction is it going?
They say they're hoping it passed by
And that's our
Earth.
3
and hit
items.
it, then land on Earth.
I only took the front portion of it. There is a little bit of tail in the back. It just goes back. But I was more interested today to focus on that area alone to see if it is going to make any sense to me when I look at that comet. And I was working on a different project to see what this really is, and it occurred to me that we are calling this a comet as well. It needs a really broad definition to expand to call this as a comet. And then I made a video out of this. So if you're already a member and who
So I believe that, and not cut them off, but I think that's what kind of I need to make my point.
That's scary.
That's very scary, and his music made it scarier to me.
Your candle wax hand is showing.
Oh,
Your candle wax.
But I think that was so. When I first saw that, I said, when he said, because on one of his videos he was like, yeah, I think this is, but in this one he was like, that's not a comet.
Then what is it?
Joy, it was spinning like a
But it looked like
something that rotates like this. As going, it don't supposed to go. It's supposed to go like this, just straight. It don't supposed to.
But
what is that?
Fire though. It still was just as much fire. I'm assuming that's what was coming from it, and all the flames. That it was more
Gases,
wide. Yeah,
and light. Because one time, on his last video, he said this thing. He said this thing looks like it's got rings around it. Like, you know how Saturn has rings. Mm-hmm. But he's like, this thing is moving really fast. It's rotating. It looks like it has rings on the outside. So
you said they're hoping it's going to pass Earth? They're
hoping it's going to pass Earth. Or it's been talk of it touching Earth. I pray that gets nowhere, because the gravitational pull of Earth alone, it get close enough, would tear stuff up before it even got here.
But why don't they just try to go in space and then divert it? Like, I don't know. They got some tools, some kind of intergalactic tools in space that they can blow and it'll push it over.
So it's some old astronaut with a wrench going to make the thing stop.
But that sounds so insane.
1, 2, 4. I'm gonna screw it sideways.
No,
but
you're gonna like a vacuum. I'm thinking in my mind they gotta have some type of vacuum that they take and they can just blow it into the air.
Talking about a Dyson.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. I believe that. I don't know if I don't know what it meant with billions and trillions of dollars for it to be something where it's going to destroy Earth. Then I'm sure that countries. But how long would it take for countries to come together and build something that's going to stop it? This ain't the movies.
I know. I'm just saying.
But I will say this. I think we're like I said, we're coming into a time of wealth and famine. So I feel like you need to get on the wealth end and prepare for the famine. Things are going to get black people, and I think people still living their lives as if we back in this is 2019. So prepare for the best and the worst, and I think you will be highly successful.
And I want to say this too. It's how can they say, oh, we just hope it's going to bypass Earth. I mean, that's like hopeless. It's like not doing anything. You mean to tell me we can't do anything?
There's different conversations that have been talking about its possibility of hitting Earth, and it's different conversations about it looks like it may slightly pass. We don't know. God knows. We only can pay attention. I don't know.
We need to be praying.
I forgot the conversation that said how far it is away and what's the time frame that it would get close enough to Earth. But anything like that, you do not want to get into our atmosphere.
No, but we need to pray.
So think about if you ever, when something's so big, it's coming at gravity so fast that gravity will start pulling towards it. It's a gravitational
Yeah.
pull. Like I've seen a video like the moon was coming in. Gravity, we would be out of here before it even got here because gravity will pull everything up to it. So, but anyway, man, it's such a blessing to be alive, and you have to prepare. And if you're not saved, now is the time to be saved and to get to know the Lord Jesus, because life is short and you don't want to leave this world as is and go to hell.
That's right.
So we'll see you on the next one, man.
Love you guys.
We're going to drop this video tomorrow, and bless y'all.
And if you're new to our channel, hit subscribe and give us some comments in the comment section.
See. Bye.